And we're back on. I think I needed that break because I was starting to ramble pretty fast. Um, okay, so we're at Energy Steel, and so this is the kind of stuff that, I guess, yeah, instead of a date, you and I, can I just do Energy Steel? I'll bring my whole group and basically stay in constant electric contact with the wuss here. Um, she said she spoke about clean water, and yet this is one thing I really wanted to point out. You see this here. I drew it again because she didn't get the point. Um, here, this thing here, the electric contact going. I guess we can actually paint it. Like this. So if energy goes up and out like this, it goes like this into him. This right here. Whoa. That way, there's no way to increase the energy like this. It's always depleted. Always depleted. This guy has the same thing going with male energy here. It doesn't, like, nothing of real interest is happening here because it's all depleted constantly. These are electric things. This is like short-circuiting a battery. You're not using a motor, you're not making anything happen, you're just short-circuiting, just making things flow and waste. It's like dumping all your body heat into ice or space or whatever. It just, nothing comes of it. No art, no nothing. So I'm saying, in theory, she wanted to, like, she's not together with these guys, but actually she's very close to them physically and also doing this thing. And in theory, again, verbally speaking, she wants clean water. But if you look practically what's happening here, she's physically, tactile, contact-wise, she's sitting. Oh, man, where are we? Hold on, it changes all. The keys all changed. So I drew this. This is me, and this is her. So this is me with the heart, and this is her. And now she said back on Facebook that actually I want to, you know, have nice things and go to clean water. But practically she sat right next to Beer Guy, right basically on him. To me, if you make electric contact like this, knee to knee, like his knee on you, your hands on him, messing with his things and whatever, you're basically, like, electrons speak way louder than verbalizing than words. So this is who you're with, right? It doesn't matter what you say. If you say you're not together with the guy, but your hands are always on him, well, guess what? This is your dude. This is who you give your energy to. It's fine. Just know that you're doing it. So verbally, we want clean water. Practically, this is safer because we know the guy and he's familiar. Never mind that he's just a wuss and low energy and depleting her and all that. And another thing, and like, pretty soon this guy gets up and lights a cigarette. Now, I didn't know this guy actually smoked because he never smoked before while I was in the group, and it was a good more than an hour, I think, the first evening we met. Nobody smoked. I didn't know this guy smoked in general. But when today he mentioned, like, the only thing he could say he could draw was beer. I want to draw beer. Well, draw beer. That's your signal. That's your fucking signal. You're you can hear me getting like sort of. I'm sorry. I'm fed up with these people. I am. It's the same crap. I mean, think of, if this is a bird, then this is his signal. Where are you? Whoa, lost the signal. So if this is a bird, male bird, this is his signal. Beer, beer, booze, alcohol. And then he stopped from the beer and went and got a cigarette. Well, guess what? Basically, although say you want the good stuff, you are straight in the middle of this kind of territory. Straight in the middle. Closer actually than this, because electric contact, right? You're not even in the electromagnetic field of one of these guys. You're like on him, because this is, if you're just close, physically close, then it's magnetic transference. But if you're touching electrically all the time, or holding hands, or bum, just shoulder to shoulder, or whatever, you're transferring electrically. So this stuff goes really properly where to your heart and everything. So when that guy lit up a smoke, she was basically here, right here. And I told her about this drawing, which I'd shown her earlier today, before going out to meet her. Right? I showed her, hey, like, you remember that drawing where I show you the two guys, and I said that this other dude, the asshole, is this low energy guy because he insults you all the time and all that. Well, now you're literally glued to this other guy who is a smoker, and also just his whole signal was beer, beer, I want beer. I mean, and I guess this was why I wanted to make the case study, because this has been, for quite some time now, the story I've been dealing with. You know, literally, like, how do you get a girl that she comes like this, glued to some moron, okay, literally glued to some moron, boyfriend or not, husband or not, I don't care really. And if the magic is here, you can't really do both at the same time. You can maybe help the guy clean up, and maybe he can do this with her, or you can choose another guy and go do this with him. It may be me, it may be another clean, high energy male, clean water, right? No booze, no cigarettes, no crap. Or just, yeah, energy steal. Can I do energy steal and just stay with the moron and with you, and let's all have a freaking retard party together, and yeah. So yeah, that was my experience today with this girl. And then she left and she said, hey, will you be on later on Facebook? I said yes, and I was, I guess we didn't specify a later, so inconclusive. But we are, like, I really wanted to bring this forward in this case study, all these drawings, like what happened today, but what happened with other girls before, and it's literally the same process, trying to energy steal, trying to not clean up themselves necessarily, or not clean up who they hang out with, but if possible, I mean, unless I impose rules or somebody imposes some sort of rule that no, you can't do this, or not on my watch. Basically, what's going to happen is just energy steal, and the guy doesn't know what to do with this energy. This is another thing I wanted to bring forward. That, where art thou, oh brother? Okay, energy steal, it's here. So the thing is, I myself, I don't like being around morons and wusses and so on, because I like myself to be high energy. I like to cheer and howl and have really out there ideas, like really metaphorical, weird stuff in my head, really psychedelic stuff, even if I haven't taken anything. I like the high energy. I thrive on high energy. I I really enjoy it. I dislike low energy. When I hear a guy come and mumble anything to me, I'll of course ignore him. But my tendency on some level is to shove him, punch him, scream at him, just punch him, just to wake him the hell up, because aggression will trigger your energy back into shape again. But this guy, this is the wuss. He has a limit um, on energy of the opposite kind. Like he likes to be low energy because low energy is safe. You can think of these things as this is riding a motorcycle or driving some sort of fast race car, and this is walking. Okay, walking is really safe. It takes forever to get anywhere, but it's really safe. If you bump into things, if you're a moron and you can't look at things, and you bump into things, bumping into things at walking speed is quite safe. If you're a moron in a Ferrari, and you bump into things, it's not gonna go so well. It's gonna just obliterate you. And energy-wise and emotionally and all that, this actually applies. If you do stupid shit at high energy, it will really cost you. You'll feel it. You'll feel the whole thing. So if a girl like this does energy steal successfully, if I hang out there for 3 hours with her retard group, and blabber on and expel energy and just keep speaking and just being with her, and she gives this to this guy, what he's likely gonna do with it is he's gonna smoke it, because he needs to keep that energy down. You can't, like, whether with a girl or not, like, I have many ways of increasing energy like this. And when just being there, people of high energy, you'll trigger other people into high energy. And if these guys don't know how to handle their own energy, they will light up. They will smoke. They will smoke 3 times more than they usually smoke. It's fine for them, or drink, or whatever. So this is the situation. What else? I think this was the first case study ever. A pretty long video. I hope there's at least one human left standing to watch it. Sorry for the weird stuff, the hiccups, all that. I know I've been talking too fast, but yeah, this was my first case study. I have another one, a short one for the day, I think, and then that'll be that. Comment, do things. Probably better if you meet me on Facebook and not on YouTube. It'll make sense. I'll add contact details and everything. Just yeah.